Hey, Facebook friends and family, and all my YouTube subscribers, and all my Mixcloud followers, all my people out there in social media land. Hello, welcome to Facts Only 7th episode installment. I thank you all for joining me. Um, So last week, we were talking about parenting. I had my girl Paris the Heiress on here talking about, just being better parents, whether or not our kids are our friends, how to manage unruly children, children who need discipline. We had a Dear Chelsea where a young lady was complaining that her son was really rambunctious and her son's father wasn't much help. We went into whether or not we thought it was okay to discipline our kids. So spanking, punishment in some sort. We went over a lot of that. So thank you guys who tuned in for that and had your comments going and things like that. So we really appreciate that. Today, if you did not see my posts earlier on today, I gave you guys like a quick sneak preview into exactly what we're going to be talking about today. This is actually the theme for the week, just so y'all know. This is the theme for the week. Waste Mon and Waste Oman. So for all my Yankee people, the American folks who aren't West Indian, that means like a waste man, waste woman. Somebody in your life who does not really bring much to the table. Somebody who's pretty much, I don't want to call you guys worthless. Let's not insult you and call you worthless, but we will say that you waste time, you waste resources, we end up with wasted efforts, things of that sort. So today we're going to be talking about Waste Mon and Waste Oman. So for all of my people who have joined in, thank you so much for joining. Comment as you feel necessary. Stop me if you feel like I'm wrong. Invite your friends to come look. Tonight we're talking about the guys. On Friday we're going to be talking about the girls. But we got some things to sort out for sure. So for starters, men. And again, we're going to be talking about men. So in the comments, I really don't want to hear, but what about the women? That's Friday. Don't rush me. Let's talk about what I want to talk about right now. And right now, I want to talk about the men. So, men. I really need to understand why it is that a lot of you cannot tell the truth. I'm gonna give you a minute. I'm gonna give you a little bit because that might be a tough one. I don't think y'all thought I was gonna come out the gate with that one, but I did. Why? Like, why is it so hard to tell the truth? And again, we're talking about men, not people in general. Oh, women lie too, and women cheat too, and yeah, they do. And that's why we're going to talk about them on Friday. So tonight's episode, we're going to focus on the men and what it is that, like, from a man's point of view, we're all adults and we're all human beings. We all go through our own things in life. So I really just want to understand, why is it that men can't tell the truth? If you're in a relationship, say that. If you're single and not looking, say that. If you're single and mingling, say that. If you're single but your heart is taken, say that. If you're in a relationship but you're not sure where it's going to go and you're just trying to play the field to kind of dip out on shorty, say that. Like, why can't y'all just say what y'all mean and mean what y'all say? A lot of people get led on and get hurt and waste man They waste their time because they think that the person that they're talking to is fully invested, and they're not. The whole time, they're not. And then the only time that we figure out that you're not really fully invested in us is when your baby mother, shorty you've been dealing with, side chick, well, whoever she is, comes knocking at my door asking me questions about where you done been. Poor K. For what? Yes, Ray. Unstable creatures. Like, I don't understand. Like, a lot of men call women unstable, but y'all starting to take the cake. Like, y'all coming for our neck. Like, it's neck and neck at this point. Like, I don't, like, and then I just want to know. Like, I want to know exactly why it is that you just can't tell somebody exactly what you want. And I feel like a lot of that comes from the fact that y'all don't even know what y'all want. And I'm not saying all men are liars, actually, Mr. John Wick. I know your real name, but I'm not going to put it all up there or whatever. But not all men are liars. That's facts. I would never lie and say all men are liars, because not all men are liars. But again, we're talking about the Waste Mon tonight. We're talking about the men who are liars. We're talking about the men who can't keep it real with us. We're talking about the men who aren't growing into men who can give us what it is that we need as women. And again, we're going to talk about the women who are not giving the men what it is that they need as men as well. But that is Friday's episode. So again, don't rush me. We're going to talk this through. We have to talk this through because there's a lot of misunderstandings and there really doesn't need to be. Like, communication is key. And I understand, yes, the truth definitely hurts, Ray, but I'd rather be hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie, because once I find out that my truth was actually a lie, my whole brain is messed up. And then y'all wonder why females are crazy. Like, y'all do things to make us crazy, just so y'all know. Putting that out there, letting the cat out the bag. Y'all do stuff that drive us up and down a wall. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, you want everything to be all good and gravy and whatever, but y'all do the exact opposite to get there. And I don't understand. I don't understand why that is. Like, how? How do you expect to get a woman to respect you, allow you to be the man, allow you to provide for her, allow you to be her rock, this, that, and the third, when you've never shown her those types of, characteristics? Like, she's asking you to bring it to the table and you hiding it under the table. Like, what's good? Like, you ain't even bring it outside from the car yet. It's still in the grocery bag in the trunk type stuff. Like, seriously. Like, why is it that y'all sit here and complain about this girl not this and this girl not that, and she need to cook and she need to clean and she need to give me sex whenever I want it, and she need to be open to do this, and she need to be open for threesomes, and she need to be open for this and open for that and open for this, but you don't compromise not one thing. And you just that all right. So y'all think y'all God's gift to women, when women was God's gift to man. Do I need to pull up the scripture? Cause I will. Like, I will pull up the scripture. Y'all out here really acting like men are supposed to be God's gift to women, and woman was God's gift to man. Like, y'all was the lonely ones. Y'all was the one who needed somebody out there in the garden, and he was like, you know what, let me hook you up real quick. Let me get you a shorty, because man is not supposed to be alone. You're absolutely right. Genesis 2, verse 18. The Lord God said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him. Woman is suitable for you. You just gotta accept the help. Like, a lot of women are out there trying to help their man grow and build and stuff like that, and a lot of them shoot their women down because I'm a man. That pride stuff, oh no. Nothing worse than a prideful Waste Mon. Like, that don't even make no sense. Like, how are you currently below average? Not saying you're ugly, not saying you're stupid, not saying, you know, you're, I don't want to talk about too much, but I'm just saying, not because of anything physical or anything like that, but more so like, you're not trying to grow. You're not trying to build. You're complaining about the same job that you've had for years and how much you hate it and how you're bored and how they're not challenging you and this, that, and the third. But you go there every day and do the same thing every day. And you're not looking for new jobs. You're not trying to pick up a new trade. You're not taking any classes so that you can be, you know, eligible to get a new job. Like, you want to stay in the same place but complain about the fact that you're in the same place. And when she tells you, how about you do this so that you can get out of that place, you think she's trying to belittle you as a man. How? Like, like that's a real question. Like, how? I don't get it. John Wick says, some men, I guess, have been brokenhearted before. We all have. Get over it. That's not nice, but for real, like, get over it. I'm not to blame for the pain. Like, Music Soul Child said it best. Previous cats, sorry for pointing out some secular music or whatever the case may be, but the next person that you're with, the next person that you're dealing with, you have to come into that relationship with an open mind. You can't think about the fact that somebody broke your heart before. Easier said than done. Nobody's saying that's easy to do. So don't come jumping down my neck. But I'm just saying, like, how do you expect to grow with anybody else if you think that the next person is always going to be that older person, the person that you left before, the person who broke your heart, the person that was lying to you, the person that was cheating on you, this and that? They're like, how do you ever expect to be in a loving, caring, healthy relationship if you keep bringing the same dirty baggage from the past relationship, the past shorty? The past shorty used to be a stripper, and that's why you can't ever love a girl who looked like her or who dances in a club or who likes to party. Like, y'all just be blaming the wrong people for the wrong things, and it's just not fair. It's just not fair. Sorry if like me playing with my hair is distracting y'all. It's kind of starting to distract me, but I got it straightened, as you can clearly see, and my hair doesn't like to be straight, so it's doing its own frizzy nonsense. So forgive me. I apologize. My hair has always been an issue for me, but yeah, Sydney. I feel like everybody lies too. I feel like everybody lies. That's absolute facts. But at what point do you grow up and mature and feel like, you know, lying's not gonna make anything better? Like, I feel like older people, the older we get, so you start off as children, right? And children tell the truth about everything until they learn how to lie so that they don't get into trouble. And then we practice that lying stuff until we get to a point where we're older and more mature and we don't even care what people think or getting in trouble or this, that, and the third, and just tell the truth anyway. So we always revert back to, you know, how we were when we were younger. But I mean, okay, so Sydney, word for word. I don't know. I think everyone lies at some point. So technically, all men are liars. I sound bitter. You don't sound bitter. Everybody is a liar. Everybody has lied before. Some people lie more than others. You know, what are we gonna do? Prince says they are not real man. That's why. Okay. I mean, these are facts because I don't think we would be throwing these men away if they were real men, because that's why this episode is about the Waste Man, the man with a dash where throwing out the garbage. Dash them where y'all gotta go. Like, y'all either gotta go or y'all gotta come on with the come on and do something different because this is annoying. He's all right. So John Wick, he comes back again and says, and sometimes a man ain't a man. Sometimes they're just boys. Some people don't know how to grow up. And then again, some women have standards that they can't even uphold. These are facts. We gonna hold off on the women comments though, because that's Friday's episode. We talking about the men who are not reaching those types of standards, like, period. Like, even if our standards were high, they're not even on the little, like, they're not even on the first step. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Anthony says, well, I don't want nothing from a woman, but a man gives you a nice place car, but you mess up. If you don't want anything from a woman, what is the point of you having the woman? I'm gonna just ask that question because, and that goes the same way for the men too. Like, if I'm not gonna talk about women because that's Friday's episode, so y'all need to stop talking about women, click off, and wait till Friday if that's how y'all feeling. But seriously, I'm talking about the men who need to do some work. Like, there are men out here who are leading these women on who can't be honest with them, can't be honest with themselves, let alone another person. And then, like, they want so much. I need a shorty. I need a woman. I need a woman to do this. And I need a woman to do this. And it's just like, again, Anthony, that's Friday's episode. He asked, so why are women not happy when you do for her? That's Friday's episode for the Waste Ooman out there, the women who are wasting the men's time. This is Waste Person Week. So Monday, today, we're talking about the men. And then Friday, we'll be talking about the women. So if you want to save your comments for Friday when we're talking about the women, you can most certainly do so. But right now we're talking about guys and what guys need to do to be better guys in these relationships. So if you have any comments or suggestions about that, I appreciate it. But if you'd rather wait for Friday's episode to talk about women, you can most certainly do that too, because we're not talking about women this episode. We're talking about men. Maybe I should have started with the women because obviously y'all have a lot to say about women and it is ladies first, but I was presented with a waste man situation today and I just felt the need to go in on Waste Mon for now. So it's my show. I'll do what I want. I'm talking about men. And if you don't like it, click off. It's like, seriously, but no, seriously, like, seriously. If you don't want to talk about the men right now, like, you could definitely click off. Like, I didn't want it to be like a men bashing session because that's not what it is. Like, there are great and outstanding men out there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are great men out there. I'm just saying. But if we say to a woman, woman up, they would take offense. A woman who needs to woman up would take offense. A woman who is used to womaning up and probably fell back real quick and kind of fell off her game and you said woman up, she'd probably be like, you know what, you're right. Let me woman up. Let me do what I gotta do. Like, Again, y'all over here talking about women, like we talking about y'all. Man up. Y'all hate to hear man up too. So what? We fighting or not? Like, what do you mean? Like, it goes both ways. So that's why I said we're gonna talk about the men today, because y'all need to lead by example. Like, y'all were here first. Women came here to be with you and keep you company and stuff like that. Y'all needed to lead us. Y'all need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're our man. You're the leader of our household. Y'all love to say that you're the head of the household, but never want to act like the head of the household. And on Friday, we'll talk about the women who kind of try to take, like, there's like a battle of power between the men and the women in the household, because the woman wants to be independent because she's never seen a man take charge. So now they're kind of battling it out for no, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the men who never step up and man up and be a man about what they have to do and handle their situations, whatever they may be, as men. Y'all are out here doing some real childish, petty, silly, foolish, messy things. Y'all out here gossiping like little females. Okay. I didn't even want to get to this point. Like, I didn't even want to come here and try to come for y'all next or disrespect y'all. That's not even what this was on. I was just trying to uplift and encourage and let y'all give a little bit of correction where it's needed. Because again, it's not all men, but it is a lot of y'all. And a lot of times I see y'all and I want to ask, whose man's is this? Because y'all not even checking y'all friends. Y'all letting y'all friends come out here and act a whole mess. And then wonder why women don't want nothing to do with y'all, because you would be a waste of time. Waste Mon. Like, that is the title of tonight's episode. So share, comment, let me know what you're thinking. Yeah, like, seriously, it's really just that simple. And yes, we do all have to live and learn. Thank you, Keeman. My hair looks terrible, but I appreciate you trying to uplift my spirits a little bit. I'm trying to scroll down, like, Facebook, and these comments is not, like, it's not twerking the way I want it to twerk, so I apologize if I'm being awkward. But Anastasia says when they lose that person that they lying to, that's when they'll stop lying. If only that were true. Like, they're losing that person because the person found out that they're lying, and then, like, they continue to lie, thinking that the lie would hold that person on, not realizing that the whole lie is the reason why you lost the person to begin with. Mind blown. Like, I just don't understand. But they do start trying to tell the truth, because, like, all right, here's the truth. This is what you want, this is the truth. And it's just like, nah, it's too late, you already lied. So how I know this is the truth now? Like, I don't trust you. Lying kills trust. Trust 101, relationships 101. Lying kills the trust in a relationship. So we got to cut that out on both ends, men, female, anybody in a relationship. You gotta stop lying, like, for real. If you don't like chocolate chip cookies and you like oatmeal raisins, tell them you like oatmeal raisin and not chocolate chips. Stop eating the damn chocolate chip cookies knowing good and damn well you don't like the chocolate chip cookies just because this motherfucker like the chocolate chip cookies. Excuse my French. I'm just saying, like, if, like, the person has to care about your happiness too. Point blank period. Like, they have to care about your happiness too. So if you're dealing with somebody who obviously does not care about your happiness, dead it. Like, dead the entire situation. Like, it's not even worth it. Like, you can go. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Okay? Remember, I'm gonna tell you that. Thank you. One love to everybody who's tuning in, commenting. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea, because yeah, it be tough. Experiences mold you to the type of person you grow into. Some people don't grow up or can't handle the reality of life. And that's true. That's absolutely true. I don't disagree with that at all. A lot of the things that, but men are so prideful, they don't even ask for help. Like, all right, you've never dealt with this. You don't know how to deal with emotions. Nita bop bop. You don't know how to deal with emotions and stuff like that. You don't know how to love somebody. You don't know how to be there for somebody. You don't know how to be an emotional, physical, mental support for another person. I get that. I understand that. If that's not something that you're accustomed to, it's going to be very hard for you to jump into a relationship and know how to do it with that person. Because when you take time to learn that person, learn the person in and out, how they deal with things, this, that, and the third. But it's like, if that's what you want, you're gonna move to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain things have to prompt you and motivate you to get things done, certain things done. And some men don't get that click up here. Something gotta change. I should stop doing that. That sounded dumb. Why would I say that? Why would I do that? Like, that never goes on in there. They just doing whatever they want with no regard for the next person, let alone the shorty that they over here claiming up and down that they love. Like, please stop throwing the word love around to people that you do not love. Like, I had to slow it down and get a little slow for y'all, because I don't understand why y'all are out here doing that. Like, you barely love yourself, and you over here telling this girl that you love her, but you cheating on her and got the next chick thinking that she's in love with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just be doing some messy stuff, and it's just not cute. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Ain't nothing y'all doing cute. Mm-mm. Nothing at all. And it's, like, really sad. Like, it's really sad. Y'all have to be better as men in order to lead your women to be better women. And, you know, it honestly goes vice versa. And I really didn't want to talk about both tonight. I really wanted to save um, the women chat for Friday. I really did. But I have like one verse that might kind of step outside what I'm trying to do. And forgive me, because I was just tracing y'all for trying to talk about the women. But it kind of just goes hand in hand. So I want to give y'all that. Facts only, yes. Oh, Anastasia says, I've been told by my grams, guys mature slower than women and won't understand a woman's emotions till the very end. And that is facts. Like, facts absolutely only. Like, seriously. And the thing about it is, it's so sad, because in most cases, that's exactly what it is. Like, guys our age or a little younger are just on a totally different level, and we're like, what is wrong with him? Why? No, this is not going to work. And then, like, guys a little bit older than us are like right there on our mindsets, like right there where we're at, and it feels a little bit more comfortable. And then, like, you can say that for most cases, but there's other cases where the guy could be older than you, younger than you, right in the middle, it don't even matter, and he's just on his bull. And that goes back to what John Wick was saying, you know, different experiences mold the person that you are. Like, a lot of these dudes are not raised a certain type of way. They don't understand what it's like to be a real man. They had their mom. Shout outs to all the young men who are raised by single mothers. Not even on no disrespect type stuff, but there's a lot of them who are raised by single moms, or they were their mom's only boy, or their mom's only child type stuff, and they're used to being catered to by women. Like, oh, my mom and my aunts and my grandma and my this and my that. Like, women just came and gave him whatever he wanted because he was the man in the house. And y'all need to stop doing that to these young men too. Like, stop telling them that the man in the house and then treating him like he a king and he ain't ever put in to do anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because then he's going to go into his relationship, he's going to try and find a wife, and she's not going to put up with that mess, because it's mess. True queen's not gonna put up with no mess. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. As much as y'all want a true queen so bad, if you don't deserve her, you're not gonna have her. And if you do catch her real quick, and you don't make any changes to get up on that royalty level, you will lose her, point blank period. You're not going to keep a queen for too long if you're not acting like a king. If you're not ruling the kingdom the correct way, you're going to lose out on a queen. And that's point blank period. Like, it just is. So that's why I'm trying to, nip it in the bud, help all the Waste Man out there. If it sound like you need to make some changes. I'm just here for corrections and facts only. Okay? I'm just trying to get y'all together so that y'all can be better. Like, that's it. We gotta do better. Here we go. So 1 Corinthians 7, verse 2 through 5. Yes, Devin, without trust, you have nothing. And that's facts. Like, that will never, 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 never be false. Ever. Relationships are always hard work. It's on the effort you both put in. Facts. Again, John Wick. Facts. Like, people always want to blame the other person. And again, that's why I'm gonna do it in two parts. Like, I want to talk about the men, then I want to talk about the women, because it's both of y'all. If y'all are in these trash relationships, don't just blame him. What did you do? Or what did you not do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot blame the other person and just be like, it was you, it was you, it was you. It takes two to tango. Or Millie Rock, or whatever y'all doing out here these days. I don't know. But it takes two of y'all. A relationship consists of two people. Stop bringing other people into the relationship, and stop expecting one person to handle all of the relationship stuff by themselves, because that's going to weigh hard on them, and they're going to feel like y'all are not equally yoked. Like, y'all need to be here. Like, y'all really need to be here. You, him, God, right here. Like a bond that you can't break type stuff. Like, the rock if you have to. Like, just to remind yourself, like, y'all have to be in it together. Y'all have to be in it together. Y'all have to bring the same things to the table. Like, well, not even the same things, because there are certain things that men need to handle, and there are certain things that women need to handle. And I don't want to sound like really old-fashioned or anything like that, but we've blurred the lines too much. Y'all women out here, not gonna talk about the women. Nope. Not gonna talk about the women. So y'all men out here are, expecting women to, cook, clean, wash, this, that, and the third, take care of the babies, this, whatever. But y'all don't help her. Y'all don't ask her if she needs help. Y'all don't see that you're a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen so many women in relationships who take pictures of the fact that there is a hamper or a dirty clothes basket or something, and the man just throws the clothes next to the basket instead of in the basket. Why do y'all do that? Like, I've seen so much of that. But then y'all want to complain when shorty gets mad and doesn't want to do it anymore, doesn't want to pick up after you and leaves your clothes there, and then you want to complain that she keeps a dirty house and doesn't do laundry. Like, that's unfair. Like, put your clothes in the basket, and then I'll know that they're dirty and they need to be washed. Yeah, of course, clothes on the floor obviously need to be washed, but it's just like, make my life easy so I can make your life easy. Because when she starts catching an attitude, then that's a different story, right? Then again, she's crazy, and you don't know why she mad. And like, I don't. Mike says, preach on. Men have to handle their business in the proper way as a man and not complain. Much love. Just the facts. Like the TV show Dragnet. Just the facts, man. In time, you're going to be on TV. You're much better than Oprah. Thanks, Mike. I'm trying to get there. Definitely a lot of work. So I definitely appreciate all the love, support, the views, the shares, all of the above. I appreciate y'all, because this is just what I want to do. I want to talk to y'all about what's really going on around here and what we can do about it. Because, I mean, there's so much stuff on TV and YouTube and all these other places, and it's like, why are we watching this? Like, it's absolute foolishness when we can be focused on so much other topics, like things that are actually meaningful, like things that we really do need to point out and work on. It's just tough. Like, it's tough to do that in the day and age that we're in, the social media era. It's tough, but we're gonna get there. Yes, it's always gonna be 50-50 in relationships, but what I'm bringing in my 50 might be a little bit different from what the man is bringing in his 50. Like, love, honor, respect, honesty, things like that, both of you have to bring, but the man needs to bring the stability, because a lot of men don't realize women, like, we're emotional. Like, y'all love to just say we're emotional and then never understand that we're emotional. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, how do you constantly tell me that I'm emotional but don't understand and can't fathom why I'm emotional? Like, I'm your woman. I am emotionally invested in you and me. So if something's going wrong, I'm going to be emotional about it. A lot of men aren't raised to be emotional creatures, emotional beings, and that's understandable. And that's why a lot of times y'all can't really deal with conflict and things of that nature, especially with your significant others. But it's just like, so what? Get over it. Like, you're going to have to grow and build, because then you're going to have little children who are emotional and you're going to have to deal with their emotions. Like, it's all about learning people and realizing why it is that person felt that way and what we can do to make them feel better, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Just like little things basically. So all the Waste Mon out there is very simple. All the things that I'm saying are very simple. Like, you don't have to be a terrible boyfriend, a terrible husband, a terrible friend even. Like, y'all don't even have to be in a relationship. Like, we all deserve the respect, the decency, you know, for some truth. If you don't feel comfortable sharing certain things, you don't have to. I'm no longer in a relationship, but I don't think that really matters. And again, I'm not saying it's all men. This episode is not called All Men. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. Alert, alert. This is not for all men. This is for the men who are lacking. Like, they need help. We need to talk to them. All the men who are saying that that's not them, tell these men out here what it is that they can do to be better men. Like, seriously, they need the guidance. They need the help, because they're out here sucking and being crazy. And women are just like, this is crazy. Who are you? And I don't want anything to do with you. So this is the point. This is the point. I'm glad you don't have that issue. I'm glad you're a man through and through, but it's not about men who are through and through. It's about men who aren't and need some help, because a lot of them do. A lot of them do. A lot of these men don't know how to treat a woman. A lot of these boys don't, like, and it starts with like how they treat their moms too. Like, it's crazy. Like, yes, John Wick, men are emotional as well. Y'all handle things a lot differently. That's absolute facts. But the way y'all handle things aren't always the best way. I mean, it might be the best way for a man, but I mean, if you're going to be in a relationship, the woman's not going to understand, and then she's going to get upset. Like, communication is really what it boils down to. Yeah, communication is what it boils down to. You got to do better. You got to want to do better. That's how that works. Like, point blank. Sydney says, I'm working from home and trying to watch, but my phone keeps ringing. Thank you for tuning in, Sydney. I appreciate you. Answer them phones, girl. You know they need your help. You know, they was looking into the eclipse today, so, you know, they calling in their disability, girl. No, but for real. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and watching and giving me their comments and how they feel about y'all. Just about the situation. Not all men are logical, because if y'all were logical, a lot of the stuff that y'all do to the women would make sense, and a lot of the time it doesn't. So I'm not gonna go with men are logical, because you're not. You're just, most of the time you're pretty foolish and pretty prideful. Logical? No. No. You try to find logic. I'll give you that. You try to be logical, but you're not. Half the time you're not. Especially taking into consideration that you're dealing with an emotional creature. So if we are emotional, the things that you do with your logic, they they don't mesh. Like, they don't mesh, because I still feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, 2 and 2 is 4. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, 2 and 2 is 4, but the fact that you said it to me like that makes me angry. You know what I mean? Like, simple things. Like, just because you're gonna explain it to her logically, instead of like being in tune with the fact that she feels some type of way about something, or whatever the case may be, it's just like, it's insensitive. A lot of guys are insensitive. You want a woman to be a woman, but you want to treat her like she's another man. What? Like, why? Like, why would you expect her to get over it when you got over it, and the conversation's over, or this and that? You should think about it like this, when we're two different types of creatures. That's not logical. Okay, but whatever. It's called Kill Men then? No, it's not called Kill Men. It's called Don't Be a Waste Man. Just don't be one. Like, be a better man in society. We need y'all. We need y'all to be men and not boys, especially after a certain age. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to get with it. Really, I am. It's true. Y'all get upset no matter what. That's absolutely false. And I've heard that. My ex used to say that to me. No matter what I do, you'll get mad anyway. And it's like, nah. Like, you're just doing things that make me mad. It doesn't make any sense. So, prime example. I I like when I'm in the loop, especially when I'm in a relationship with my man. I like to be in the loop. You going somewhere? All right, cool. Where you going? How long you gonna be there? You know, let me know when you get there safe. Let me know when you get home safe. Simple things. I'm not telling you have to text and tell me the play by play with timestamps and all that. I don't need all that, because I have my own life as well. But I care about your life and what you're doing, and I want to be in the loop. I want to be involved. So let me know. Let me know what's good with you. Oh, you got there safe? Oh, you having a good time? All right. Let me know when you got home. All right, done. Right? Nah. This dude would like text me that he's on his way somewhere. Didn't didn't tell me he was going nowhere, but I just found out that he was going somewhere, because when I hit him up, he was already on his way there, or he was already there, or whatever the case may be. Then not hear from you for hours. Like, you know that irks my nerves, but you do it anyway. Then when I tell you that it irks my nerves and I'm upset because you know it irks my nerves and you did it anyway, I would be mad no matter what. Nah, like, I would only be mad if you did not let me know. And looky here, if you flip the pages back, you did not let me know. So that equals Chelsea being mad. So y'all talking about y'all logical, and you're not, because I'm telling you play by play how to make Chelsea angry. And you go play by play how to make me angry, and then wonder why I'm angry. How? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, listen, open them up. You got two ears, two ears. Clean them out if you need to. Get the earwax remover, get the Q-tip, whatever you gotta do. But listen, like, it's really not that hard. Really not that hard. I'm a chill person. I like to chill. Chilling, being cool. That's my forte. But when I have to constantly repeat myself, that's when I'm gonna get a little rambunctious. That's when I'm gonna get a little angry. That's when I'm gonna get a little aggy, because I've said it so many times and you claim to care about how I feel and love me and this and the third, but I've said the same thing over and over, and you're still doing that same thing that I told you was gonna make me upset. How? Y'all slow. Like, no, like, women don't get upset no matter what. That's false. I'm not even gonna co-sign that. Just not at all. Because y'all listen to what y'all want to listen to, what sound good to y'all, and what goes with what y'all want to do. Like, y'all don't know how to compromise. Not all of y'all. Again, this is not about all men. It's about the waste man them. The ones who can't keep a woman, who don't know how to treat a woman, the ones who just don't know how to be upstanding citizens overall. Like, not doing what men are supposed to be doing. That's all. The shout outs to my real men out there, because obviously through my comments there's a lot of y'all out there. I appreciate all of the comments that y'all are sharing with us, the knowledge that y'all dropping, open up their minds, get them together, because they don't know. John Wick says it's a female's job to keep a man cool and show him what needs a reaction and what doesn't. I admit men what? Come on, Facebook with these comments. But no, seriously, your woman is supposed to be like the person to bring you back down to earth, because y'all be up here with it sometimes. Y'all think we be on 10, y'all be on 10 sometimes. And you're like, babe, it's not, babe, hold on, baby, it's okay. Like, it's all right. And you most certainly need a woman like that. That's facts. That's facts. That's for Friday. We're going to tell these women what they're supposed to be doing. We are. So don't think I'm here trying to gang up on the men. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. It's all of us. There are Waste Mon and Waste Ooman out there, men and women, for all my Yankee people. So just be mindful. Yeah, so he said, I admit men don't think right when they're mad. That's why we need women to mellow us out. Girl, and if you're not mellowing him out, that's Friday's episode for you too. Like, seriously, like, women are supposed to mellow their men out, because sometimes men just don't. That logic go out the window. Irrational, rash, even. Like, oh, honey child, chill. Like, seriously. So, again, I appreciate all the comments, all the shares, all the likes, all of that. This is great. So what do you say for the transgender men? I guess they have the best of both worlds then. Ooh, that is another episode. I can't even speak on that. I wouldn't know nothing about that. Sydney says, guys to me are very stuck in their ways, and they feel like it's an insult towards their pride at times when they concede to a woman. That's facts. That's facts. And that brings me to, all right, so back to the verse I was trying to tell y'all about. So 1 Corinthians 7, verse 2 through 5. But, all right, so the beginning, they talk about sex, so be mature, okay? All y'all be mature. Stop being nasty. So, but since sexual immorality is occurring, each man should have sexual relations with his own wife, and each woman with her own husband. That's it. That's it. One more time. But since sexual immorality is occurring, each man should have sexual relations with his own wife, and each woman with her own husband. The husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise the wife to her husband. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but yields it to her husband. In the same way. So just because y'all heard that we supposed to yield our bodies to y'all, in the same way, The husband does not have authority over his own body, but yields it to his wife. Do not deprive each other except by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. Then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. That says a lot about sex. I'm sorry, y'all. But what they mean by like, don't deprive yourselves, meaning when you're mad at your man, that does not mean you're not supposed to be having sex with your man. I'm sorry. That's for Friday, but that's a sneak peek for Friday. Just because you're angry with him, that's no reason to withhold sex. I'm gonna need y'all to stop doing that. That's a bad look. It is. Even the Bible said it. Like, even the Bible said it. Like, only if it's mutual consent. Like, both y'all are agreeing, all right, we're not going to have sex for a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Then we're going to devote ourselves to prayer. And then y'all come together so Satan can't be like, oh, y'all be just, y'all, yeah, so y'all not tempted? Y'all didn't want to make a decision between the two of y'all not to have sex with each other, just each other, and anybody else. And then come together, and Satan will be mad at you because y'all got self-control and discipline, and y'all can come together when need be and do what y'all gotta do. So, yeah, I like that one. And Ephesians 5, verse 23, for the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, of which he is the Savior. Ephesians 5:25 through 28, husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In this same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Colossians 3, verse 19. Husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. So all uno Waste Mon out there who are beating on y'all women, I know a lot of y'all are out there actually. Shame. Like, shame on y'all. Women love that. Friday episode, I'm gonna let y'all rock. Sydney says, I feel like a lot of men just honestly haven't had the best exposure on how to treat women these days, especially in the African American community. And I agree, Sydney. That needs to change for sure. It definitely does. But it's a learning process. We'll get there. We most certainly will get there, but we have to speak, like, we have to talk about it. Sweeping it under the rug and just letting stuff rock is not going to help. It's not going to help at all. Anastasia says, I'm the same way, but it never works out that way. We care about you, so we worry a lot. When we are out of the loop, it's honestly scary in this world not knowing. And that's fact. And I would tell him that all the time. It's like, yo, people die all the time. Like, and it, like, of course, people have always died. Duh. But like in this day and age, like you walk outside and you get into like some sort of road rage riff with somebody else, and people are pulling out guns and they're shooting you dead in the street and they don't even care. Like, little things and your life could be over like that. And if you have a woman at home who cares about you and cares about stuff like that and wants to know that you're okay and wants to be in the loop, why is it so hard for you to be like, let me give my baby some peace of mind and hit her up and let her know that I'm okay and I'm safe? Why is that? Let me let her know where I'm at. So if she don't hear from me, she know where I'm at. If something does happen, she knew where I was and who I was with. Like, why is that too much to ask? Why? I don't think it is. So if you can't do that for your shorty, how much do you really care about her? How much do you really care about yourself? Because a good rider at home, that's rare. Hard to find. Somebody who actually cares about you and only wants to be with you and only wants to check up on you and see how you're, like, cares about your well-being. Like, how often do you find people like that? And y'all stay saying that y'all don't trust anybody, but y'all don't ever give anybody a chance, and y'all always trying to downplay your situations with these females, and it's unfair. You want her to ride so much, but never acknowledge the fact that she's rode for so long. Never want to tell her you appreciate her. Never want to tell her you love her. Never want to like show and prove that she's making the right decision to ride with you. What's the point? Why would she even want to stay? Like, why? Why would she do that? Waste Mon. Una is waste man. A waste of time, a waste of life, waste of breath. Just we out here wasting away. It's not in the black man's nature to treat the black women bad. It's a result of social constructs going on to the time when black men were not allowed into the house lest the mom loses benefits from the government. Mm, that's some real tea for you. And that's true too. Like, oh, if my husband is on the leave, then we can't get Section 8. We can't get food stamps because that puts a lot of weight on his shoulders because even if he had, like, and he would still be contributing to the household, but he can't come in the house. Like, and whatever money that he was getting from his job still wouldn't support y'all. So y'all still would need the government's help. So it's just like these social systems, they suck. And we know it sucks. But we have to be mindful. We have to do better. We have to want better for ourselves. We have to want better for our significant others, our wives, our husbands. We have to want better for our children if we have them, when we have them. We have to plan for these things. We have to think about these things. We can't keep, just brushing it and sweeping it under the rug. Like these things are important. And I know a lot of y'all thought I was gonna be on here like bashing men. I said I was gonna do an episode on Waste Mon or whatever, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're gonna talk all that mess? You're gonna talk that mess?" And this is not even that. It's just we need to do better. Y'all need to treat these women better. Y'all need to be more honest. Y'all need to be more open. Y'all need to stop being shady. Y'all need to stop being sus. Y'all need to just keep it a buck, keep it 100, keep it facts only. Like, let her know what the deal is, and she can never get it confused. Like, y'all love to lead somebody on and then wonder why she was led on, like why she was on. Why are you on? Why are you on me? Why do you care about me? Why do you like me so much? I told you I had situations, but I never elaborated on the situations that I had. Nah, you had a whole girlfriend and didn't tell me you had a whole girlfriend, and then the girl gonna start coming and acting like we got beef when I didn't even know she existed because you didn't say anything, and now she wanna come to me woman to woman so she could get a woman to woman punch in her face because you don't know how to tell the truth. Like, tell your girl if you messing with somebody else. Don't sit here and have the girl try. Friday's episode, I'm gonna talk about y'all waste women out there. But honestly, y'all have to just be better. Y'all have to be better. It's a whole lot deeper than black men just not wanting to be with the children's mother. Most definitely. I'm not saying that at all. And that's not really what the episode's about. It's just about men not handling situations like men should, basically. Any situation. Whether that be how he's making his money, whether that be in the relationship, whether that be how he deals with his mother, how he deals with his kids, or whatever the case may be. Y'all just need to be better men. Grow up, man up, do what you gotta do. Like, people shouldn't have to tell y'all that, but it's coming to the point where people are having to tell y'all that, and I have no problem telling somebody what they gotta do. Because I would hope that somebody would tell me what I have to do. If I'm doing something wrong, please correct me. If I'm saying something incorrectly, please. Because the wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. Like, your knowledge is supposed to be forever increasing, point blank, period. You should want people to correct you. If you out here looking crazy, I would love for people to tell me when I'm looking crazy. I hate when people go out and their friends don't tell them that they're looking crazy. Like, come on. But how? All right, so John Wick says, how does that go for a couple that's not married? Should we be held to those exact standards? What, the whole, like, the Bible verse with, like, the husbands and the wives? Probably not, but at this age, again, for a lot of us at this age, if you're dating somebody, what are you dating them for if you're not planning on getting married? Like, stop wasting people's time. I'm not looking for anything serious, but I'm gonna be with you for 10 whole years, and we gonna have a baby and move in together. And bye. Bye. Like, stop wasting people's time. Stop wasting people's time. If you are in a committed relationship, if you're in a relationship, y'all don't have to be married, but if y'all are getting serious, y'all have to be held at a specific type of serious standard, and marriage should be what you're trying to get to. Seriously, like, marriage should definitely be what you're aiming for. Like, honestly. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral. That's Hebrews 13, verse 4. And we're actually running out of time. I have a lot more verses that I'm going to actually share in some of the comments and stuff. Because we're at an hour. Like, this was the longest episode, but I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and giving me y'all feedback and y'all comments on everything that we're talking about. Friday, make sure you log in and sign on for live. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, talking about the Waste Mon. So the topic that y'all were dying to talk about this whole episode, we're gonna talk about that on Friday. Women who are a waste of time, waste of life, and how to see it. Mommy, yes, Mommy Sophia, Lord have mercy, stop give Ooman bun. Stop getting Ooman them bun. Like, for real, that means cheating on women, just for all my Yankee people out there, the people who are not of West Indian descent. Stop cheating on these women. Be single and mingle. Do what you want to do, but don't lead nobody on cheating on people for what? For what? Waste man. I waste after the people them time. But thank you so much for joining me tonight on this episode of Facts Only, episode 7. I didn't have any swag to wear today, but I'll be wearing swag later on. Again, if y'all have swag that y'all want me to wear on the show, hit me up. I'll have my email and the links and all that stuff. So please, 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 please like the video, share the video, subscribe to me on YouTube. Also, I'm on Mixcloud, so if you don't want to see me and my animation, I don't know why you wouldn't, but you know, whatever, to each his own. Just hit me up on Mixcloud. I'll put the link up there as well when I upload this episode. Thank you again for tuning in, y'all. I really love and appreciate all of you. Share the video. Tell your friends to like the Facts Only page on Facebook. We in here. Episode 7. Tune in on Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 8 of Facts Only with the Waste Mon them. Wasting off the man time. But I love y'all. Stay blessed. Hit me up. Again, links about to be in bios and in descriptions and all that stuff. So let me load up the video and download and upload and all that other stuff. So I got y'all. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. I love you dearly. Stay blessed. Have a beautiful evening. Stay safe throughout the week, and I'll catch up with y'all on Friday. Good night, y'all.